Which thoughts of yours are original? Can you find the origin of every single thought inside of your mind? When we are awake in our conscious mind on a day-to-day basis, it is almost impossible to see the thoughts that are circulating in the subconscious mind. In previous videos, I have spoken about how the subconscious mind cannot necessarily be observed under normal circumstances, but it can be analyzed by behavioral patterns. So, what does this mean? It means, how can you tell the contents of your own subconscious? Well, what are the behavior patterns that you do? And even a step further, what is the thought that precedes this behavior? So whether it be, okay, like maybe you go on a jog every morning at 5 a.m., there's something in your subconscious that is saying, okay, it is good to go on a jog every morning at 5 a.m. It makes me feel better. This. Or something different of, oh my goodness, in the subconscious of, I am afraid of dying. I need to keep my health. So you can't tell the exact thought by looking at the behavior, but for more structured behaviors, or even lack thereof, in a way of reclusion or isolation, a lot of that has to do with the subconscious mind. Another aspect of exploring the limitations of the subconscious mind would be in, let's say you really have the urge to do something, like it aligns with you. Like if you were being authentic, you would be doing this. You're walking through the forest and suddenly you're listening to your favorite song and you want to dance. But anyone could walk past you at any moment and maybe you're afraid of being judged. Well, withdrawing from that authenticity is also a form of the inner workings of the subconscious mind. And back to the start of this video of which of your thoughts are original. Well, a lot of those fears and judgments don't even originate from your own mind. So there is no reason to hold on to those if, like, you didn't even come up with that idea. Like, a lot of ideas and concepts are original, but it seems to be that more abstract concepts are original and more concepts that are expressive, since individuals express themselves in unique ways. So what does this even mean, and what now? Like, what do you do with this information? It's interesting to see where the source is. So through journaling or through introspection of, okay, I had this thought of just any thought that you had, and then tracing like, when was the first time I had this thought? And if you can't remember, just think, who in my life has said these words before? This thought that's circulating through your mind. Who in your life has spoken those exact words before? And then suddenly you can trace back to the origin, because then you realize, oh, this person that I see like twice a week literally says this, and now I've internalized it. And then you realize like the origin of the thought, and now you're like, oh, it doesn't belong in my mind. And you can even take it a step further of, you have the thought and you go into your text message history, right? And you type in a few keywords from the thought, like something, let's say it's, maybe you're guilt tripping yourself, right? And then you type in a few keywords of, I can't believe this, like I can't believe, and then you find there's a pattern of one person specifically who speaks that way to you. And as a matter of fact, they probably internalized it from someone before them. So this is a really eye-opening concept of which thoughts are original and which thoughts are internalized. And it's so easy to just internalize everything, especially when you're an empath and when you're a little lost and don't know what's going on in life. It happens to many people, to internalize negative emotions and thought patterns from the people around you. It really is not productive, and it is also just a waste of time. So deconstructing those can really allow yourself to have more empathy and compassion for yourself in your thought patterns, because sometimes there's even this fear of fear itself. There is this sense of, oh my goodness, well, this person, or not even the person, it's, oh my goodness, I'm having this thought, like, what's wrong with me? Why am I having such negative thoughts? It's back to this empathy of yourself, for yourself, of, well, there's nothing wrong with me. These thought patterns were just internalized from some outside source. And we can ask the question of, where was the original thought pattern formed? Like, you can find it, like the source is someone else said it to you, but like, who did it come from before that and before that and before that? And the person that it originally came from is probably not like breathing anymore. But even beyond that, it's why did that even occur? And those thought patterns originally come from trauma in society, and it's just someone else's baggage, and then it's just internalized. So what thought patterns are you unpacking? And let me know if you're able to find the origin. And there's a hint here. The origin most likely is not from yourself.